Well, there's a man in Duluth who recently completed his last lecture after teaching college students for 35 years.
His name is Bob Sterner, and he was a professor of biology and is the director of the Large Lakes Observatory. It's right there at the University of Minnesota Duluth. This is a group that's dedicated to learning all about large, fresh lakes, just like Superior.
And Bob joins us via Zoom to tell us more about the Large Lakes Observatory. Bob, thanks for joining us. We appreciate it.
Hey, good morning, Chris and Megan.
I want to first talk about, we just mentioned that you gave your last lecture, and it sounds like, I read an article about it, and it sounds like it was one heck of a lecture. You got applause, somebody was recording it, thousands of people have seen that. I'm guessing that does not happen for very many college professors.
That was a kick. Yeah, I got way more publicity about that than I ever dreamed I would.
So what about it was it? Can you explain a little bit?
Well, the topic for the last lecture was set to be global ecology. And I was driving in the car with my wife before before class, and she said, "Are you going to tell them this will be your last lecture?" And I said, "I don't know. They probably won't care." But what I did is I chose to take that time frame of my teaching life, 35 years, and talk about how the Earth has changed in that window of time. So I made the topic of global ecology very personal and very kind of on a time frame that people could readily understand. So we just talked about how the Earth has warmed and how the sea level has risen and all the other things that have happened in just that brief 35-year history.
Well, Bob, I was really interested when I learned that Minnesota had the Large Lakes Observatory, the only one in the world. So tell us a little bit about this group and kind of what you guys do, what the Large Lakes Observatory is.
Yeah, my favorite topic. So yeah, the Large Lakes Observatory has been here at UMD for 30 years. And I like to say we have a unique mission. I don't know of any other place that does exactly what we do. We do scientific studies on the large lakes of Earth. And so although Lake Superior is special, we see it every day, it gets most of our attention because we're right next to it. But we've done work, there's an image of Lake Kivu there on the screen. LLO has done work all over the world on these tremendously important large lakes.
So when you say work, what exactly, what does that entail?
Yeah, all kinds of things, all science. So we have about a dozen faculty here at LLO in physics and chemistry and biology and geology. And more often than not, our projects involve more than one of those sciences. It's a very interdisciplinary unit. So we might be looking at how changing water temperatures affect the things living in the water, or what we can learn about the history of substances washing into lakes by studying their bottom, the lake's bottoms, things like that.
What have you found in the 30 years since the LLO has been there in Duluth? Anything in particular of note that you think, wow, we had no idea?
Well, coming close to home here, Lake Superior, because many in the audience will have that lake near and dear to their hearts. It's really been a surprise to us, two things. One is that Lake Superior is among the fastest warming lakes on Earth. From the standpoint of how warm does the water get in the summer, and for really interesting physics reasons, that maximum or even average summer surface temperature is rising very, very swiftly. And there may be a couple other lakes that are known that are warming as fast as Superior, but it's right up there at the top. That was a big surprise, and a finding that really was first discovered by scientists here at LLO. And then what we think is related to that, also a big surprise to us, is that Lake Superior is clean and pure and attractive as its waters normally are. Occasionally blue-green algae blooms are popping up in Lake Superior, and that's been a focus of my own research. So just the way the lake's subjected to climate forcing is how we would put it in the science community. there's some really important and surprising things happening.
Do you see the lake itself changing as far as what we think of what happens on the lake or during wintertime months? Because I think of things like the ice caves, and I think about, so many things that are, so unique for people to get out and enjoy. Do you see that changing too?
Without a doubt, the amount of ice cover is dropping. Now, it's very variable still. There still are years in recent time, the last 10 years, where essentially the whole lake was covered with ice. It still happens. But what's happening is we're seeing more and more years of very low ice cover. And so that probably relates to this temperature phenomenon I was just talking about, but it relates to all kinds of other things like fish spawning and evaporation and other things. So things like temperature, ice cover, these are kind of master controlling variables that affect many, many other things in the lake.
Are there other lakes that you guys study other than Lake Superior where you're seeing big changes in things or things of note?
Absolutely. In fact, our research vessel, the Blue Heron, right now just entered Lake Huron and is on its way to Lake Erie. And other things are happening in other lakes. Lake Erie's a well-known and sad story of how agricultural runoff has created algal blooms. That also was a bit of a surprise because the lake had cleaned up pretty nicely, but then algal blooms returned. So their invasive species are carpeting the bottom of Lake Michigan. And in fact, invasive mussels have filtered out the water at both Lakes Michigan and Huron to the point where they are as clear or clearer even than Lake Superior these days.
Wow.
Well, before we go, we want to talk about an event that you have coming up, which sounds like you're pretty excited about. Tell us about it.
We are so excited about Freshwater Discovery Day, which is coming up on July 31. And what we're doing here is we're taking the kinds of connections that we already have with the public. We do a lot of events, one at a time on the Blue Heron and the harbor in Duluth. We're often interviewed by press. We're happy to do those kinds of things, but we're focusing our energies on this one day, July 31 at Pier B here in Duluth. It's an entire day of activities, beginning in the morning with research cruises, and we will be taking ticket holders out on the Vista Fleet boat and narrating for them and giving them a lot more kinds of detail like I just was explaining to you about how lakes are changing. And then we have lunch for people, and then in the afternoon we have multiple things going on, presentations. People will be able to get on board our research vessel, Blue Heron, at the dock. We'll have hands-on demonstrations. We're showing a couple of documentary films that LLO has been a big part of. And then we'll kind of wrap things up with a fun dinner at the end of the evening. So you just showed on the screen where people can go to purchase tickets.
Yeah.
$100 a person, but we're giving people a lot for that.
Awesome, Bob. Well, nice to meet you. I hope the event goes well and appreciate your time. So thank you.
And congrats on wrapping up your final lecture and the success that you've had with that too online. Exciting.
Thanks very much.
Yeah, so again, here's one more look at those details. We were just talking about Freshwater Discovery Day in Duluth. You can get your tickets now through July 14th, which is Sunday, and we'll post a link for you as minnesotalive.com as well for you.